Welcome to the Relateable podcast, a safe space for open and honest conversations created for Black people.
This podcast explores how we relate to one another in our intimate connections, friendships, family, and everything in between. Hosted by 3 Caribbean women. I am Fiona, a single mom.
I'm Shaween, a very near empty nester.
And I'm Chantal, a free-spirited monogamist. Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope. Hi, Relatable family. So, we have something a little different for you this week. A lost episode. This one was actually recorded way back in June during our mid-year check-in, but for whatever reason, it never made it out. We've just found it, edited it, and decided to air it this week. Now, just a heads up, there's some chat about upcoming trips to New York, which of course have already happened. So no, unfortunately, we are not hopping on a plane to the Big Apple next week. In this episode, we also talk about environmental irresponsibility in Saint Lucia and the Caribbean. Nevis, I see you. How we want it to feel for 2024, our major procrastination struggles, and so much more. It's a little throwback, but still super relevant. We hope you enjoy this lost episode from earlier this year. Guess who's back from their vacation? Okay, it wasn't really a vacation. It was not a vacation. Okay,
It wasn't.
We were just creating space to do other things. You know, we like to keep it real, but we definitely have been working. We just haven't been working with you, but we're so happy to be back in Relatable land. How is everyone doing? Shaween, how's it going?
Oh, you came to me first.
Yes, I did. That's right.
I'm going okay. It's going all right. I had a lovely, restful weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then last night, the icing on the beautiful weekend, it was my auntie's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And she came to the marina with her daughter and some friends, and I went to join them. Yeah, I enjoyed. I just had some wine and some drinks, and I had an ice cream, which I'm paying for right now. Hence the reason I was a bit late.
Okay.
Welcome to
Right.
Relatable, where Shaween will say everything.
I
Do not think
knew.
of what comes to our mind, just say it.
Mm-mm.
Shaween mouth have no breaks, but yes. Welcome.
Okay.
Yes. So it was a lovely weekend, lovely break. Got lots of stuff done over the time whilst we were not unrelatable. Got lots and lots done. So much to report back to you guys. So I'm good. It's doing
All right.
wonderful. I'm doing good. Fiona?
Good.
Today I'm my feelings for a lot of things. A lot of things, everything and nothing. But yeah, things have been good. Very busy. Very busy. I was saying to Shaween, like, oh, you guys are like, where? It's like we don't have time to do nothing fun anymore. And, I've been trying to be more aware of making time for joy and for rest. I'm not saying that I am winning on that, but yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I just keep doing things. And I flustered. And I'm like, hey. That's not what you move back home to be like, So yeah, that's what, yeah. Shaween and I got some bad news this morning though. Can we rant for a second?
You sure?
Yeah, let's rant, please.
Shaween, would you like to give the backstory or shall I?
Well, the long and short of it is Lucians are sallops. I'm sorry.
Not the whole entire.
Not all of us.
That's how we feel right now. Okay.
Okay.
This is our feelings.
To be honest, Lucians, I'm sorry, but not all of us. Obviously, not everybody. But my God, the few that are salops for everybody, because you cannot tell me. You guys know about our Don't Be a Malpop campaign. We started and it took off and it was doing really nice. It's doing okay. We have a few ideas in the pipeline. But this morning I saw on Instagram a post. Some people had their barbecues or keep having barbecues and stuff on the beaches. And one of them, on one of the beaches, they leave all their rubbish under our sign, our Don't Be a Malpop sign. And they drop all the rubbish there. And it's just deflating. It is deflating. And like you said, Chantal, this is not the first time. What they did was they burnt the sign on one of the beaches. And this is another beach where they put the garbage underneath the sign. It's like, yeah, bitches, fuck y'all if y'all don't be a Malpop shit. Like, seriously? So that's very deflating, very saddening. And I'm like, yeah, what? Anyway, Fee, you could have your rant, but for me, I'm feeling like I just want to call them salop.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the other day I had to go to Barbados to do some research, and I was just driving around and I was just looking at the country, and I'm like, yo, it's real clean here. It's real clean here. And I mean, of course, Barbados is a country that has more finance, and you know, you have to put these things into consideration before, you know, for an insults to say one country is better than the other when you don't look at the entirety of the scenario. Having said that, Bajans are very proud people. Very, very proud. And as much as some other people call about Bajans being very arrogant and things like that, they are very proud of their country, very proud to be Bajan. Also notice Bajans never lose their accent, eh? And to me, that is an extension of national pride. How Jamaicans never lose their accent, right?
I love that.
Yep.
Yes.
Right? They'll be there 50 years.
Yo, Fiona.
Okay? And to me, that's pride of self going on right there. And Lucians we are very quick to lose our accents. We spend 2 weeks abroad, done, gone. But I think all of those things are extensions of pride of self, pride of nation. And that is our issue. Because even if, say, we don't have the best solid waste management and garbage collection and stuff like that, pride of nation would be, I am going to take my garbage with me and drop it inside of a bin somewhere when I'm driving past, walking past, whatever. Right? We don't have that. And that is the deeper issue. We don't have any love for our own country, but we have this performative national pride, but it honestly it isn't. So it was the level of garbage, Chantal, in the picture, it was like, yo, it felt intentional. It wasn't like just a few passing pieces of trash, just big bags of garbage overflowing and burst open. It looked like it was a dumping site right underneath our sign that says, if you love Saint Lucia, it says, if you love SLU, take your trash with you. Don't be a Malpop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I'm so sorry that people are with intention, because it was intentional. When Sherween sent me the photo to our Relatable WhatsApp, immediately it's like, oh, whoever did this on purpose.
Yeah.
But what they have done is to actually highlight the fact that they are a Malpop. Like, that's all they've done. You know, it's so disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the island. It's disrespectful to the environment. And it's disrespectful to the campaign, and purposefully so. And so for me, whoever decided to do that, I'm going to say it, you are ignorant.
Yeah.
And you are showing yourself to be ignorant and willful, and your behavior is vile. Yes, I said that word. You have no sense of pride at all.
None.
As a human being. And the way that we treat this planet is a reflection on the way that you treat yourself. Right?
Yep.
And so obviously you don't care for yourself either. And so for that, I will send you compassion, because whatever happened to you, for you to not have a basic love for yourself, which then extends to community and your environment, I'm sorry. And I'm sending you love and compassion.
You can do that on our behalf, Chantal.
I'm doing it on your behalf. You know why? Because you have shown you are crying out for help. For me, it's like, well, okay, something wrong with you. To have that much willful intention and anger and rage and whatever those feelings are, the jealousy, whatever it is, whatever your campaign has triggered, is not for you to deal with. It's not for us to deal with. Those people need to go and see a therapist. But I am sorry that this is happening. But don't feel that your work is not reaching the right people. and it hasn't had impact on maybe those who never thought that, okay, I'm going to just throw this little cup out the window. It's not going to harm nobody, right? But so even for that person, it will make them think twice, like, actually, it will harm somebody. Let me just wait till I get home, or let me wait till I find a garbage bin or whatever, right? So yes, feel your feelings. Don't bypass them. Don't feel that you shouldn't be angry, because of course you should be angry. Of course you should be pissed.
Yeah.
Right?
And we know it's reached. That's a last night. I'm telling you, I'm at the arena, and a friend stopped me, and then the person she was with, he said, "Don't worry, I'm not littering, you know, I'm not a malpop."
Okay, then.
And
Okay.
straight away I knew, okay, so he saw the campaign, he knows about,
Yeah.
and I'm like, thank you, Gasa, but I said I'm not working now. He said, no, but thank you, and he was so I know it's reaching the right people.
It is.
I'm thankful. I'm happy that it is, but it's just the few.
And you can be angry and thankful at the same time.
Yeah, it's the few fuckers, but it's the fact that they've burnt a sign, Chantal. They pulled down a sign and burnt it, and then underneath the other one, it's like a fuck you to us.
Yes.
But why? What is us trying to show love to our country? Why is that anger in you so much?
Because maybe it's showing them up to not love the country as much as you and Fiona do.
Yeah.
Right? There's so many things to consider.
Going like that they independence, everybody flag out. It's you know, my thing is, it's like, okay, so in Saint Lucia we have a saying called, it says how's Mia? And we say that a lot. So if, say, you complain about your boss is an asshole and damn thing, and you say to the person, well, why don't you speak to your boss about how you feel? How is Mia? Or if some kind of injustice or wrongdoing is happening, and then someone says, well, why don't you? How is Mia? So, you know, it's like, that has been like, it's a recent thing, maybe in about 15 years or so, because I don't remember growing up with that thing. And it became a very Saint Lucian thing. How is Mia? So I am not involving myself in any whatever, right?
Yes.
So and I think that has been really detrimental to, you know, like our community.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know if you, in Saint Lucia, there are some people with a mindset where they want things to happen, but they will never be the people to initiate the thing happening.
Yeah,
but then they will sit back and judge the people that are doing the thing. But it's like, okay, but what are you doing? So for instance, as you guys know, Culturama 50 is coming up here in Nevis. And there are artisans, artists, people that are participating, whether it's in the pageants, you know, the Calypso and Caiso competition, whether they're having fringe events, whether they're participating in the children's parade, the senior parade. There are people doing things, but it's not a lot of people, unfortunately. And so the few people that are doing things are heavily criticized at every turn, right? Oh, why they didn't do it this way? Why they didn't do it that way? First thing to consider, how much money do they have supporting them to do the thing? Right? That's something to consider. The second thing to consider, how much resources do they have? How much support do they have? How are you helping them? Are you supporting them financially? Are you supporting them? Are you resharing their posts? What are you doing to help? So instead of sitting by and just waiting for things to happen, what are you doing to help?
Yep,
and I feel that your campaign has possibly triggered some people in that they have been living here so long and they are not doing anything about the litter and rubbish problem. And then here go Sherwin and Fiona with their Malpop campaign, not just showing St. Lucia, but showing the Caribbean and the world, because you both have global reach, that we are indeed Malpops. And that doesn't feel good. Well, if it doesn't feel good, what are you going to do about it then? What is the solution? But, you know, it takes people time to get there. And so unfortunately, the few people that are actually hearing you and doing things, they're not being heard, they're not being seen, because they seldom shout the loudest. It is the people that are doing the most harm, who are the most critical and the most negative, who shout the loudest and who are heard. And I say this to you both to know that we have malpops here in Nevis too. And there are malpops on all other islands, other countries. And your campaign will somehow reach those other countries and islands and force people to action, along with other collectives, because there are many people advocating for our environment, right? And we all do it in our unique and beautiful and special ways. And we all have our own impact, and we will be challenged. We will be challenged. Simple as that. When you're bringing the light, self-promotion, when you're bringing the light, right? When you're shining the light on people's shit, they don't like it. They don't like it. And this is whoever decided to burn up your sign, whoever decided to put all their garbage intentionally underneath your sign, they're feeling like shit. Don't mind them. They're feeling like shit, because only someone who doesn't feel good about themselves would behave in that manner. So it speaks volumes more about their character than your campaign. And actually, they're drawing more attention to your campaign, because somebody's going to go by, well, wait, why would somebody do that? Right?
Best believe I commented and tell them it's under the sign. Best believe. Best believe I said it.
But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sherwin and Fiona. You know?
Anyway, rant over.
We're back.
We're back. And you see, just like that, we've taken a complete, you made a U-turn, not even a U-turn, I don't even know what to call that. We started saying we're going to do one thing, and then anyway. Anywho. So, Madame Chantal, what are we updating our listeners on? What are we telling them this week? What are we talking about?
Well, I had to think about how we should return from our, I don't know what to call it, because it wasn't a vacation, y'all.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, from our time away from recording. But we are now in the 6th month of 2024. We are halfway through the year, which really doesn't land well with me.
Don't ask me what that time pass, eh? Don't, please.
Honestly, 6 months into 2024. So I actually thought it would be, maybe we should reflect on the intentions that we declared at the top of the year, and 6 months down the line, how that is manifesting in our lives. What do we feel we need to shift, maybe to reconnect to that intention? If life has kind of taken us off course, what are we going to do? So it's not, I don't want us to dwell on too much on the not the problem, but if we feel like we haven't, been focused on our intention, and life has kind of, forced us to reroute or detour or whatever. But what are we going to do to bring ourselves back into how we wanted to feel this year? Right? Okay. So, Sherwin, at the top of the year, according to the Gregorian calendar, 2024, how did you step into this year wanting to feel? What were you calling in? And where do you feel that you are with that? And how do you intend to, I guess, to nurture that intention?
Okay. I remember vividly at the start of the year, my intentions were money, happy, make.
Right. Okay, I do remember that.
You remember that?
Yes, I do.
You remember that? Everything. It was, money. I call it in the money. I want to bring in the money. Boy. And it's not just any money. I'm talking about the life-changing money that's going to really impact my day-to-day, I don't want to say survival, but my day-to-day life, but as well as money that's going to help me build and achieve the things I want to achieve for myself. And I'll be honest, I stuck to that. However, you see, procrastination is a bitch. Procrastination is not laziness, by the way, because what I've felt I've been doing is procrastinating on the things that could bring in the life-changing money and taking on all the other little things that will bring in drip, 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 jab hair, drip hair, drip hair, 100 EC there, 200 EC there, 300. You understand what I'm saying, Chantal?
Yes.
I'm taking on these things and putting aside the things that are going to bring the 20, 30,000 US or pound. And these things, because obviously these things take work. These things take time. These things take you to sit the fuck down and put the time into it to make it happen properly. So I understand, and that's why I say procrastination is not laziness. It is getting yourself into the mindset of, you know something, nah, I'm done with this shit and I'm making this happen. And this is what's been happening to me. So yes, money coming in, but it's in the drip drabs, not the type of money that I long for to do all the things I want to do. However, my life, I could say, has been much better than it was this time last year. Okay. So I'm sticking to the money I have to make.
Yes.
I'm sticking to the putting myself out there and to making it, allowing it to happen. But what I've noticed is the procrastination, that's what needs to change. And I am taking some serious strides into changing it. So one of the things that I've done is I have another friend. Oh, she was on the podcast, Atlin. She was on the podcast last season, I think, season 2. So Atlin and I were really good friends. And she, to her, it's not, I don't want to speak for her, but it wasn't really procrastination. It was about accountability. And we decided to hold twice monthly, we do an accountability call. So we set up things that we want to do in the short term, medium term, and set ourselves targets, set ourselves goals to do it. And we hold each other and ourselves accountable. Why aren't we doing it? What happened? Is there a reason you've not done it? What's that reason? And what will make you do it? And I think we've just started it, but it's so helpful. Because now it's not just me battling with my mind and beating myself up. Oh, Shireen, you know, it's me having to face somebody and tell them, I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it. How bad is that? All right. And not just that, it's them coming back and telling me all the things they said they would do, they've done it, and they're like a jackass and I do nothing yet.
Right.
You understand? So it really is throwing it back in my plate. And it's making the procrastination, making me be like, hey, one, I don't want to look like an ass. Two, when I do get the things done, I feel so good about myself. So it's trying to attack that issue on all fronts, if you get what I'm saying.
I do.
So for the next 6 months, I am holding myself accountable. I am doing the things now to bring in the type of money that I want and I need in order to move forward, to grow. I believe it's happening. I believe within the next 6 months that I could say with my whole chest that the money coming in the way I want it to. So yeah, that's me.
I love that, Shireen. And I love that, you know, you actually have the awareness to recognize that, okay, I need some kind of support with this. And I have someone who also, for whatever, you know, for different reasons, is having a challenging time kind of calling in, you know, what she needs and what she wants. And together, you know, you are supporting one another. I love that. And I love having accountability partners in everything. For me, it's a game changer for me.
Yeah, and also what it does, sometimes, you know, we just have a block We have a block. We see things one way, and what I noticed happened was I would be there and overthinking, and she would say to me, "But Shireen, you're looking at it just in one way. How about trying it that way?" And I'm like, "Oh." You understand? And we'll never have all the answers. We'll never know how to do everything. And that's why we need people on our sides who's part of our tribe, because you know they want the best for you. And it's having other ideas, not other ideas, but seeing how to do things differently. And that has helped a lot. Because sometimes a simple thing, will give me a massive block. And then she came and she just said, "But hold on a minute, Shuin, why are you looking at it this way? How about looking at it that way?" I'm like, fucking hell, why didn't I do this 3 months ago?
Yes,
So
man.
that has really, really helped. And it's puts me back on track to getting to where I want to get to by the end of the year.
Nice. And
You know, I was there beating my ass and I was on mute.
Fiona, I actually wondered why you weren't speaking.
I
I'm
see
like,
another
what's
customer
going
walking.
on? That's what I thought. I thought, oh, she's with a customer. Because I'm like, why is she on mute? And why is she not speaking?
Oh, I'm
So
like,
Fiona,
but they're not acknowledging what I said.
Oh, Lord.
Anyways, shall we digress?
Fiona, you were there talking for long?
Not big talker, like, and yes, Adeline is really good at that. And
oh my God,
imagine if all your friends were that way, like, like.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So for one, I find like sometimes you'll have somebody can give you like a mountain of advice, right? And it's great, yeah. But sometimes somebody can just give you a one-liner that just flips your entire perception over its head. And I think people like Atlin have that. And I think that's so helpful to have somebody, as like Chantal was saying, somebody who is helpful in that way to just give you like a different perspective. Because sometimes we have friends who mean well. Like, so for example, like, because I'm not business minded, so showing like you will have ideas and then I may be like an echo chamber because maybe you and me think the same way, right? And I may mean well, but am I thinking from a different perspective? Maybe not. So, it's good to have friends that shift things for you and then help give you those light bulb moments, And I think, as we say in Gasa, we're trying to work smarter, not harder.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Amen, Ashe, all the things, okay?
Yep.
What about you, Fiona? What did you call in for this year? I feel like I remember, but what did you call in? How's it feeling? How's it going?
Okay. I believe I called in for peace and money. A peace, has not been happening at all.
Okay.
Very. Now that doesn't mean I haven't been happy.
Mm-hmm.
There have been a lot of life-altering things that have happened in the past few months. Some good, some, not good. But like I said, Gasa, like I've been saying, like I said in the beginning, at the top of the podcast, like I'm wondering, like, yo, I'm just doing and doing and doing and doing, and I'm not seeing the peace anymore. Like when I just got to Saint Lucia, it was very peaceful, going to the beach all the time, and just gonna have a bear here and there. And like now it's like I hadn't been to the beach in how long? So
I can't believe that, Fiona.
yeah,
I can't even imagine that.
yes, Gasa. So it's like, I have to really, peace is a decision, is what I realize.
Yeah,
peace is not given to you. You have to, when they say choose peace, right? As in, that doesn't mean you have to just ignore all things, but as in choose to set time for you, set time for the things that give you peace. Like you actually have to book it in like an appointment.
Yes.
You have to do that. Otherwise, you won't end up doing it. And I'm looking at my own behaviors, my behaviors that I'm mirroring from my mother, who is a workaholic, incessant workaholic, and how it's rubbing off on me, and I'm picking up the behaviors of my mother. All of us trying to fight off traits that we inherit from our parents that we don't like. And I'm just working to be very, very mindful of knowing when to stop, knowing when to say no. Okay. And that is what I mean by choosing peace. So the past couple of months, I have not been doing well on that at all. But my goal now, and I'm seeing how it hasn't been good for me. So my goal now is to learn how to say no. You see that say no thing?
Mm.
You doesn't really feel bad after. You feel bad on the lead up to saying no.
Yes.
You feel bad to disappoint the person, and it's not because you want to disappoint them, but then once you realize that you cannot give that person the best version of you, you cannot give them what it is that they deserve. The no is a blessing, right? And then when you say no, you may feel bad maybe for a little bit, but then when you realize what it is that you are giving up, if you had said yes, then you'd be like, I said no, I made the right decision.
Absolutely.
Yes. And Chantal,
yes.
Yes, sir. What about you?
What about me? Right. So at the top of the year, I declared freedom, and I'm laughing, and play as my intentions for this year. Right, freedom and play. And I have to say that it's been very challenging, of course, because people think that you intend something and so it comes to you easily. That is not true. Okay, that is not true. The things that we desire do not always come to us easily, but the journey in getting to that space is where the magic happens, right? And where the awareness grows, the self-awareness and the light bulb moments Fiona just referenced, or was it you, Sherween? Someone referenced a light bulb moment. And in terms of play, I have not played enough this year. I haven't followed up on my intention to play more. And so I know that for the remainder of the year, in order for me to have the freedom, and when I say freedom, I kind of want to expound on that. It is a holistic freedom. So freedom of thought, heart, soul, body, freedom as in choosing me without the guilt, being brave enough to choose me and choose my freedom, prioritize play, prioritize shiny time, prioritize the things that make me happy, and really let go of feeling guilty for choosing me. So that is the freedom I seek, to take care of self as a priority and not as an afterthought. And so because I declared this as my intention, I wanted my time back. And I was being very stubborn about my clients in the UK, because the money was good. It wasn't amazing, but it was steady. And it was, I'm a Taurian son. I like things to be steady. I don't like being in the not knowing. And being in the not knowing is so beautiful, but I'm only now embracing that. And it's where my freedom is, in the not knowing, right? But I was resistant because me want to see that regular money coming on my account, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And so it got to the point where I was so burnt out from having to wake up at 4 a.m, balance my perimenopause symptoms, be alert, all the things, that I started to drop balls, the simplest things. And I'm like, yo, this is not working. This is not working. This is not who I want to be. And so I had to let go of my UK clients.
Yep.
And trust
That's a big deal.
that I would be taken care of, and trust that everything would be okay. I had to trust myself, bet on myself. And 24 hours within me working my final day for my UK clients, I got an invitation to voice a documentary, a film, and they attached the fee to that.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I was elated. I'm like, look at God, look at the universe. Boom, bam,
That's the
24
thing.
hours later, look at that, right? And that happened because I made the space for it,
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing. That's the thing. Learning to trust that everything is going to fall into. It will be fine. It will be okay.
And that leap of faith they're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our anxieties and our, overthinking. I think that's where all the pressure comes from. It comes from us. It comes from us. And we need to be, have enough faith in ourselves, because that's how we put ourselves out there. We work hard. What we give is so much that we have to trust that we will get it back. It will come back to us. So yeah, I hear you. I hear you with that. Trust that it will happen. It is happening.
But there's a plot twist. There's a plot twist. So the voiceover job came in, and they asked me to book a studio because they prefer that I do it at a studio rather than at home. La 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 la. And as a freelancer, when you see a fee that you'll be getting, you already start to make plans for that fee, baby. You're like, okay, well, I can finally get the new laptop, and I can, invest some in my new line of merch coming out, like all the things, right? And then 2 weeks later, they pulled the voiceover. So I didn't get to do the voiceover. And the reason that they pulled it was that their budget had to go elsewhere. So they had not planned a big enough budget for the overall production. And something came through, and they actually had to give the voiceover budget to that thing. And I have to be honest with you guys, I was disappointed. And the reason that I was disappointed was not so much that I wasn't getting the money or the job, was that I felt that as a fellow creative and freelancer, that all of that should have been sorted out before they approached me.
Yep.
And so I felt a little bit disrespected in that moment.
I agree.
Yeah. I felt that because the person was familiar with me, that they thought it was okay, but it actually wasn't okay.
But you don't want to work with people like that anymore.
And I really like the people, and I understand the dilemma. I completely, is not for lack of understanding, but my thing is, those conversations should have been had before you then approached me with the script, with the fee, with me looking for a studio, because all of that is me working, right? Me reading through a script is work, and it's my time. Me looking for a studio is work and is my time, right? All the communication back and forth is work and is also my time. And so that's where I was more disappointed. But I recognize, because it was a week of rejections for me that particular week, a big sponsor that had come on board from early with regards to the troupe that I'm having for Culturama, within that week also let us know that they could no longer sponsor us. And so it was like I was getting emails of rejection, disappointment. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this week, right? And I had to sit with my feelings, and I didn't let a lot of people know that week what was happening, but it was not a great week. And I had to sit with those feelings. But also, do you know what I did, Fiona and Shaween? After, I owned my feelings. I was hurt. I was disappointed. I felt disrespected, all these things. Once I allowed those things to flow, I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to go to the beach every day this week, right? And I'm like, I'm going to just take my time in the mornings. I'm going to sit out in the sun and eat a motherfucking mango because it's mango season.
That's right.
And so I'm like, okay, I asked for freedom.
There it is.
And there it is. So
maybe not the way you wanted it,
exactly.
But still, there.
Exactly. And let me tell you, that next week, because I had that week of shit. And so the next week after, I'm like, you know what? Okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I can't do nothing about either one of these situations. These people, whatever. Those people, whatever. Let me just continue on. And so, went to the beach every day, treated myself to an ice cream, much like you, Shaween, shouldn't have, but loved it. Enjoyed the time, read books. I think I read 3 books in 1 week. and I'm like, Shani, just, you know what? Just enjoy and learn to play. So I'm learning to play still, and I'm still calling in playful time. Something has happened in the last few days, which again was me bravely and rightfully choosing myself. And so there's going to be a lot of play coming my way in the next few days, which I'm very much looking forward to. And yes, being brave is scary, right? Being brave is scary, but being brave sets you free.
Yeah.
And that is what I want. So yeah, that's where I am, ladies.
Don't worry, honey. Don't worry. Everything is falling into bumbleclad place.
Bumbleclad. It sure is. It is. And I absolutely believe that. And so, when my anxiety starts to get a bit touchy, I'm like, I hear you. I honor this space. I feel my anxiety and I breathe and I do the things. I call into my toolkit, my wellness toolkit. I call into my wellness community. I lean into them and help myself and love myself. According to Layla Delia, love myself through it.
That's right.
So here we are, 6 months in. And I feel like collectively, we're doing all right, We're doing all right.
Hey, we have so much to look forward to.
Yes.
So much.
Indeed we do. Do you have any announcements, Sherween, which you would like to share with our lovely listeners? Or would you like to wait?
I want to wait.
Okay.
Contract signed.
Oh, yes, that's important.
Everything. You understand? But boy, oh boy, we have a big announcement. And maybe next episode we're going to drop it. But
Boom,
big announcement coming up. Just want contracts to be signed and then it's good.
Yes.
Good. But yes, a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of things that's gonna bring us joy, a lot of things that I know will be good for our soul. It's coming up. It's coming.
And of course, we also have our retreat. I love how I said that, our retreat.
Oh, darling.
No, it's not our retreat, darling. Les Bohèmes retreat. So we have that coming up to the latter end of this year, right?
Yes.
So we have that. What else do we have that we can actually speak of? Oh, well, Fiona's going to be in New York.
Yeah.
In a few days. Fiona, were you there?
Is she on mute again?
Oh, my fathers.
Fiona. I was there talking again. I was there.
Girl.
No, because I'm in the shop. I'm nervous. Like someone will just open the door and then make a noise, right?
Yeah.
So I put it on mute again. Jesus Christ. Because I was like, yeah. I was like, because I was there, yeah. Should we have a big announcement? A lot of heat and fire coming.
And ain't nobody hearing you, girl.
Nobody hearing you.
I'll be in New York from Friday. So it's for 2 events. One is a collaboration with I Am Caribbean, also known as the Caribbean NYC. There is the One Love Festival in Prospect Park, and it's by the Boathouse. It's a free event. And I'm going to be doing like a short history of Carnival, but also doing a sustainable mass workshop, which it's just a thing you pull up and let's make something. And then we're going to have a jump up afterwards.
Nice.
So it's just, we want to kind of stray away from the bikini and gems and thing, but just to, to just fall back in love with, mass making and making something out of, I guess what you'd say, junk or scrap materials. So that's that. I'm looking forward to that because there's lots of different, they're going to have graffiti artists from Guadeloupe. They're going to have a drum band. They're going to have lots of different performers. So that's going to be wonderful. And then we're going to be doing our first supper club at Kokomo Restaurant, which is a Caribbean-owned restaurant in New York. And it's basically the history of the Caribbean through food. So it's 3 courses and you get a cocktail and thing. And what happens is I give the history of the Caribbean through the food and drink, through the dishes. Right. So if you're talking about, if you get Accra or whatever, then I'll give the history of saltfish. And, if you're having something with chocolate, I'll give the history of cocoa. And so there's, music, DJ, little thing. You can win a prize.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so
Sounds like a
it's gonna be
vibe.
cute. Yeah, so I'm excited
Yeah.
for that as well. So that's the yeah, so that's what's happening in New York. And I'm very excited
Lovely.
because last year going and spending proper time, not even proper time, a couple of days in Brooklyn, I'm like, oi, because they have so many West Indians there.
Yeah.
Like on every corner is a roti shop. On every,
Girl.
like oi.
You'll see why
New
I was
York.
vexed. I've never been to New York.
I lived.
You wouldn't want to leave her?
Hey, Joanne, I lived in Brooklyn for 5 years, right? And I still miss it.
I've
Still
never
miss
been. That's why I
Brooklyn.
vexed. That's Chantal. That's why, my girl, you were getting the evils at the beginning. It's not personal. It's because I want to go.
No, but it's like the Caribbean supermarkets.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I learned? You know what I learned last year? Do you know
Tell
the
me.
song Mia the Girl Dem Gizada?
I don't.
Show when you know it.
I want to say it
Sing
again.
it again, out of order. Well, Mia the Girl Dem Gizada. Y'all know.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Do you know what a gizada is?
No.
Gizad, I went into the freaking Caribbean supermarkets by Merciless. The girl them gizada, right? Gizada is like a sweet pastry. It's a Jamaican sweet pastry that have like, I think, ginger and stuff and stuff on it.
Nice.
I was like,
okay.
oh, so he's like the girl them like piece
sugar,
of pie
the girl them
sugar, piece of cake or whatever.
Nice.
Yes, it's an open-faced coconut tart that have like a lot of
spiced
coconut flakes and sugar and things.
I know which one you mean. Yes.
So yes, like a turnover, Fiona.
No, it's like a pastry, like a pastry cup, and then inside it has the like chunky coconut flakes.
It's almost like, you know what it's like? Because as you're saying it, Fiona, my cousins, what I in Nevis call sugar cake is what my cousins in Jamaica call gizada. But our sugar cake doesn't come with pastry. But the actual mixture itself is very similar to what we call sugar cake here in Nevis. And you guys have it in Saint Lucia, something similar. It may not be the exact same, but yeah, because I know exactly what you mean.
We have something called turnover. It's like a bread. It's very fluffy.
Oh, okay.
And it's almost like a Swiss roll, but with coconut inside.
Oh my!
Yes,
I like the sound of that.
But yes, it is most magical. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Fiona, I wanted to surprise you, but obviously, Sherween burst a little bubble right there.
What?
How? What I do?
So my surprise, Fiona, because of some work things that have come up, I'm actually going to be in New York this weekend.
So for true, you coming?
For true.
Good.
Okay. For true.
People could see my face.
For true.
Wish
okay.
People could see my face.
So I love how I put goat mouth on things. And a friend of mine has said that I tend to do that. I think you posted up something on Know Your Caribbean, right? And I happened to be on the Island Girls Rock account. And I just said, jokingly, didn't mean it. I said, we're coming through, right? And you sent me back some eyes.
Yes.
Well, it so happens that I will be coming through. So I will see you in New York and I will be hanging out with my friend in New York whilst, play and work and play. But hey,
I'm leaving today.
Yes, I want to be a part of it. New York.
Yeah, it's okay. I hear you.
I'm gonna be a Jamet over there.
Hello.
Be a Jamet.
Hello.
Everywhere.
So New York, are coming true.
Everybody being New York.
Okay, Sherween, how are you gonna be over there hating?
It's okay. I'm fine. I'll get over it.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's a combination. It's a
I'm so
work
happy
play trip.
for you.
I don't know if that's genuine.
Congratulations.
Oh, yes. So I think that's a great note to end our We're Back episode on. What you say, Shireen?
Yeah, man. But we're not doing what brings you joy.
Well, I'm joyful. I'm already joyful.
I joyfully, yeah.
I have something.
Okay, go ahead. What?
I have something that brings me joy.
Let Shireen have the shine. Let's go.
Shireen, go.
So I have something that's bringing me joy. My dear friend Atlin and I, we decided to go into property management.
Yes.
And we got our first property. Well, Atlin is managing the account, and I am managing and hosting in Saint Lucia. So we got our first property. It's on Airbnb and on booking.com, and it's a 2-bed, 2-bath, beautiful property in the heart of Rodney Bay. So
very beautiful location.
A plug. It is. I'm plugging this. Relatable family. When you're visiting Saint Lucia, you'll have a place to stay. I will put the info in the, what we call it again?
Show notes.
I will put the information in the show notes.
3 weeks off, and she don't forget the show notes. Wow.
I will put all the information in the show notes. So yeah, man, check us out when you're coming to Saint Lucia. We have this most beautiful property, and it's the first of many to come, hopefully.
Of course.
A new feather in my bow.
Yeah.
I am so looking forward to hosting and yeah, man, just building on this one.
Love this for you. Congratulations, Shireen and Atlin.
For entering into property management.
Yes,
property
girl.
management, you know?
Yes, girl.
Hello.
We see you building your empire. We see you. Okay. Well done, Shireen. Well done. All right. So that's it. Our first episode after our vacation, not vacation. We have a packed season coming up for you. Lots of amazing guests, conversations. Thank you for hanging out with us. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Share Relatable with your friends because, as you know, a shared journey brings Wow.
I love this.
Oh my God. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.